no information about the USS Grayback's precise whereabouts during its final combat mission, the ship has been considered the tragic disaster of the war for 75 years. Over time, the families wept over not even getting their loved ones' remains. But it was only a miscommunication that caused the ship to disappear and never be discovered. It was reported that the USS Grayback sunk 2 Japanese freighters in the middle of the ocean while severely damaging the other 2 while it sailed toward Japan from Pearl Harbor on January 28, 1944. Following the announcement, the families congratulate one another for finally being able to meet their loved ones after this round. However, after 3 weeks had gone by and there had been no sign of the ship at all, the authorities got in touch to find out the truth. They learned that a Nakajima B-5N carrier had thrown a 500-pound bomb on the ship, leaving no survivors and instantly drowning it. The families wailed in misery, but the radio broadcast that reported on the location of the sinking had no ships left. Watch this video all the way through to find out how a tiny mistake can alter the path of history. Do you enjoy our content? Make sure to like our channel, History of Ships, for more videos like this. The disaster claimed the life of the ship's commander, John Patrick King, who had been awarded many honors. His nephew, Mr. John Bin, named after the commander, shared a memory of how his mother used to grieve when talking about him and stare at a black and white photograph of the captain kissing a Purple Heart medal in the living room. It caused unabating discomfort for 7 decades, with just 1 digit of error stated in the longitude and latitude at the time. A researcher by the name of Yutaka Iwasaka informed Tim Taylor of the potential existence of the ship in the ocean in July 2019, and they immediately began to prepare an inquiry in the newfound optimism that came with knowing the correct knowledge. To prepare for their new assignment, they both met the commander John A. Moore, who had retired from his 1960 mission after being the sailor who went deepest in the ocean. They sent a drone into the water while sailing over it, about 1,400 feet down, and it returned with incredible photographs. The technicians successfully retrieved the data and were relieved only to discover that the drone had been damaged on the final day. Taylor, however, was unfazed and sent a remote-controlled vehicle with a high-definition camera which enabled them to obtain verification images. The remains of 80 men were eventually discovered after all these years, giving the remaining families closure and allowing their pain to finally heal. Mr. Bin noted that the plaque bearing the ship's name appeared to have been recently cleaned, giving the impression that the ship still desired to be discovered after all this time. One thing to keep in mind is that the USS Grayback was the first ship to be given the name Koroganis Artidi. This Tambor-class submarine sank 14 Japanese ships, or 63,835 tons of enemy shipping, and was the 20th ship to sink during World War II. With 4 General Motors Model 16248 V16 diesel engines, this ship, built by the Electric Boat Company, would cross the sea at a speed of 38 kilometers per hour. It is obvious why the ship and her crew received 4 Navy unit commendations for their consistently successful 7, 8, 9, 10th war patrols. USS Grayback SS-208 did win 8 battle stars for its incredible contribution during World War II, even if it couldn't rest like other gems of the Navy. Leslie Harold Leaf, the sailor who earned the team's moniker Beefy, also finally finds solace after learning the news. Beefy's father wasn't pleased with him joining the Navy, but this internal conflict tore his heart to shreds after the news, according to Leaf's niece. Even Leaf's mother, who was constantly on the lookout for her son, refused to let the service flag down her window when she learned that he had perished with the ship. This revelation at least gave so many families comfort. Also, do you want us to cover any specific topic? Share your exciting topic with us in the comment section. Stay tuned at History of Ships.